What's up, everybody? A little late on this, but given this was already recorded, it has some computer problems, so I did want to make sure I actually get this review in because I felt it was actually important to talk about, especially the night after Wrestle Kingdom 18, New Japan, New Year's Dash. Obviously, like I said, it's like the night after WrestleMania, but it's the night after Wrestle Kingdom, so expect a few surprises here and there, some big announcements and whatnot. So I kind of wanted to come and talk about this because it was actually some important stuff on this show. Okay. Now I know they were in a new venue and whatnot in Tokyo. I know it was a big gymnasium and whatnot. So I know it was new and they said they packed the house out. So it looked like a big, like not a big building, but it looked like a full house out there in that crowd. So a lot of people were there. Chris Charlton, Walker Stewart and Rocky Romero were on commentary as basically a New Year's Dash. We don't know what the card is, so the card is not even announced. You have to find out while watching live the night after Wrestle Kingdom. So let's go right into it. We did kick it off with Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Ryusuke Taguchi for the IWGP TV title, because at first it was going to be a non-title match, but Taguchi wanted a title match. Not much to say from here. When it comes to Taguchi, it's always some type of comedy, especially when they caps to pull down the underwear and a lot of butt stuff and whatnot. So not much to say. Tanahashi won by a roll-up pin, but as he was leaving, the lights went black, and then there was something on the video screen, basically of a car coming in and someone that had a suit on, and they were showing somebody training, and it being Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is coming to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I believe Matt Riddle wanted to come here before he ended up going to WWE in the first place. I know Matt Riddle was in I think he is in MLW, because I know he just did a show there not that long ago against Jacob Fatu. But him coming to New Japan, listen, if Riddle can keep himself clean, I don't even think they even allow weed over there. I don't know if he would still be doing the stoner gimmick and whatnot, because I know weed is very strict in Japan. I should be asked, I should look at what happened with Matt Seidel a few years ago. I think that would kind of give a better explanation how seriously they take weed over there. But he wants to challenge Tanahashi to a match for that TV title. Tanahashi said, okay, I'll do it, but I have no idea who this guy is, so I need to go do some research, which I thought that was funny because I'm sure Hiroshi Tanahashi's never even seen or even heard of Matt Riddle, okay? Like, he was like, who? Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done or where you came from, but I guess I got to go look you up and see what you're about. So I'm sure that will happen at some point. Right after that was Bishamon versus Kaito Kiyomiya and Roy Oiwa. I'm sorry if I'm not saying these guys' names right. Not much to say from here. Bishamon end up getting a win basically after they lost the tag titles at Wrestle Kingdom. So to God. So it was okay. Right after that, it was God, El Phantasmo, and Hikuleo, the new IWGP Tag Team Champions, and IWGP, well, not IWGP, but New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. I think that was El Phantasmo's grandma or something, and I know he put the titles around her or whatnot. They went against Oscar Lube and Yuto Nakashima. Basically, this is their send-off match. So, yes, they are graduating from being young boys, which they are now going to Excursion. So, don't know where they'll go. They could go anywhere. We've seen our shit. Uemura just came back from Impact Wrestling. So, hey, they could be heading to TNA next. They could be going to AEW. They could be somewhere in the UK. I don't know where they'll go, but they're going on Excursion. But it was a good match, though, with God. They end up getting a win with such that springboard, what was like a moonsault, wasn't that? Hikuleo holding him up, and yeah, Thunder Kiss 86, the Super Thunder Kiss 86 from El Phantasmo. But as everybody was leaving, Chase Owens jumped in, hit a package power driver. El Phantasmo say he wants to challenge for those tag team titles, and his partner will be Kenta. So I guess that'll happen at some point. Right after that, Shooter, El Desperado, Master Wato, Tamatanga, Togi Makabe, and Hamna versus House of Torture, Evo, Sho, Yujiro Takahashi, Kanemaru, Ren Narita, and Dick Togo. Which the faces end up getting the win. But then right after that, House of Torture, low blowed everybody, and just start beating the hell out of everyone. Evil's got handcuffs. He handcuffed Tamatanga, pulled out some scissors and cut his hair. The crowd seemed surprised by that, as Evil held up the never openweight title. So that's going to be Tama's next opponent, probably his final opponent coming up with this title, because Tamatanga is going to be out of New Japan after this month. So he's on his way out the door. So I'm sure he's going to drop the title, most likely to Evil or something. So I'm not really sure, but I think that is going to happen, though, with Evil winning the never openweight championship from Tama. Right after that, though, we had the United Empire, which this was pretty crazy. All right, this got really wild. But United Empire, Will Ospreay, Francisco Akira, TJP, Jeff Cobb, and Hanari versus Bullet Club War Dogs. David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, and Alex Collum. Basically, this was a brawl, okay? This was a wild-ass brawl. People just jumping off the top of Akira jumping off the top of the stands and whatnot onto everybody. Everybody just walking around, fighting each other, which just ended up with the referee calling the bell then, because we got chairs getting thrown in the ring. We got, barricades being thrown around. I know Gabe Kidd ended up, I think he bled hard way because he fell on like the exposed turnbuckle on his head. So I think that may have been like a hard way bleeding. So it was a lot of blood from him. So it was just insane. Everyone's brawling. There's tables involved. Ospreay's hitting moves out of nowhere. Gato gets involved. TJP sprays mist in the Finley's eyes. Ospreay ended up powerbombing Gato through a table then. And the United Empire says, we're still standing. He says, you guys want to fight, we'll give you a fight, because Ospreay's on his way out of New Japan really soon, okay? And his final match in New Japan is going to be on February the 11th. And he says it's going to be a 5-on-5. And you know what? I'm going to let the heels, for some reason, pick the stipulation. Finlay says, are you really stupid for letting me pick the stipulation? And he says, all right, we'll fight you in a steel cage match. Now, apparently, New Japan hasn't done a steel cage match in 20 years. I have never even seen a steel cage match in New Japan in general. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what a cage looked like back then. I'm not really sure. But a steel cage match is coming, because this was wild. This was just a wild brawl. I almost forgot that they tried to stick a fork in Francisco Akira's eye or face and had him bleeding too. So it was just a wild brawl out there, and a big match setting up really soon with United Empire and Bullet Club War Dogs. And like I said, Ospreay's gonna be gone soon from New Japan. Well, he'll probably come back to New Japan here and there, but he's going to be full-time AEW very soon. So, he's on his way out the door. A lot of people on the way out the door for New Japan, I see. Also, there was a commercial for Windy City Riot is coming back to Chicago. I did go there about over a year ago. They're going to a bigger building now and a little bit closer to me at the Wintrust Arena, April the 12th on a Friday. So I think I may head up over there. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't been to a New Japan show since maybe two if you count the AEW one. But yeah, Forbidden Door and Windy City Riot. So think about going to Windy City Riot too. Right after that, LIJ, new IWGP World Champion, Tetsuya Naito, Bushi, Shingo, Hiromu, and Yota versus Just Five Guys, Sanada, Taka Michinoku, Yuya Uemura, Doki, and Taichi. Surprisingly, Taka got the win on Bushi with the Michinoku driver. Actually, kind of surprised to see. Sonata got on the mic saying, Just Five Guys won, so LIJ should leave, and Sonata wants a rematch against Naito. Naito kind of looked not really worried about it and whatnot, just enjoying his time as champion. So Sonata obviously wants a rematch for the title. Not surprised by that. We had a fatal 4-way, and honestly, I know it's for the KOPW title, so expect a lot of comedy throughout this, but Taji Ishimori, Toru Yano, Yo, and Great O'Karn. It's a 10-minute time limit, and it's pinfalls you can only get, and whoever scores the last one before the 10-minute mark will become the champion. It's not much I can say from this. I'm not going to say who all pinned who and who there and whatnot, but ended up with Ishimori low blowing and rolling up Great O'Karn and just running around the place as everybody's trying to chase him. So Ishimori ended up winning the KOPW title. So I guess we'll see where that goes. In the main event was Okada, Ishii, Moxley, and Danielson, who decided to stick around for one more day in Japan. I gotta say, Danielson got a big pop out there. It's just kind of crazy seeing Yes Chance in Japan. Something about that, and I like that photo they took. It almost looked like a super team out there. Damn near how they were standing. So I thought it was quite interesting. But they did go against TMDK, Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Hayes, Slapjack, Mikey Nichols, and Kosei Fujita. This was fun. Obviously, it's going to be teasing another rematch with Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson. I liked it. It ended up with TMDK getting the win, pinning Ishii. But right after that, like I said, right after they won, I know they ended up getting on the mic then. Basically, Fujita, he wants those 6-man tag titles from Okada and, Ishii and Tanahashi. Even Zack Sabre Jr. saying, like, I want another match with Danielson. So, basically, TDMK is going to be taking over. Okada even telling Fujita, like, you're in no position to challenge me, kid, and just walked off. So, it was a cool main event. Like I said, it was a couple newsworthy stuff from this whole show. Like I said, Windy City Riot. Obviously, a lot of people's last matches in New Japan coming up. A steel cage match coming back. Matt Riddle coming to NJPW. Hell, Danielson and Moxley sticking around for one more day in Japan was pretty cool too. So it was a lot of noteworthy stuff going on this New Year Dash show. So kind of like last year with the last tag match they did. What was it, Okada and Omega last year? So now we had Okada, Danielson, Mox, and Ishii. So kind of crazy when you think about it. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. It was fun to watch. And why the hell, it's free on New Japan World, so why not watch it? So I liked what I saw on here, especially after the night after Wrestle Kingdom and whatnot. So why not review it, okay? But other than that, make sure you check out the Wrestle Kingdom 18 review, which is online right now. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hood890. Like this video, hit that notification bell, and yeah, I'm out of here. See y'all next time. So peace.